Okay, now we're live.
Okay. On the clock, so I will call this meeting to order, February 24th, 2025, DeKalb County Commissioners. So off we go. What you got, Dottie?
Right? She's not here.
Old habits, hard to break. Yeah, what you got? You got anything, Susan? I think there was something.
I think the only thing we had that I remember is Cheryl Lynch's school community liaison nurse that does a lot of the reporting and stuff for the HFI funding. She has put in her notice that she's going to be leaving, and so Cheryl's wanting to replace that person and have a little time for an overlap. So they just want your guys' approval that they can replace that position so they can get it posted.
This position was added when we took the health money grant. It was added as part of that package. If we're going to continue taking the grant, I guess we have to fund the position. So, but we need, just wanted to do a motion on it.
Make a motion.
Okay.
I'll second.
A motion and a second on the floor. Additional comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carries. That addendum for the DeKalb County Community Corrections Genova Healthcare.
I was going to do all that on Monday,
We'll do it on
just
Monday.
at the regular meeting. Yeah.
Okay. You
Yep.
could clean it up if you want to today, I think.
I honestly didn't even look at it because I
Then you.
was going to do it.
Yeah,
Let me
we
look
had-
real quick.
Another thing I got, would you ever figure out on a soldier burial? We discussed that soldier burial that we were given 600, and you said the townships was given money also?
If a township resident dies, and there's no relatives, you can't find anybody to bury the person, excuse me,
Made it.
then it's the township's responsibility to take care of that burial.
Okay.
Our Smithfield Township, we always budget for 3 burials a year. It's not always 3, but most years it's at least 1.
Yeah.
If I remember right, it's like $1,200 that the township pays for burial.
But that's if there's no relatives or no funds to bury that person.
Correct. I mean,
It's a,
certainly they need to have a burial, so.
yeah. Ours is a 600, no matter what the circumstances. Is that right, Susan? It's a veteran.
I believe so. I'd have to look that.
Hi, Andrew.
Hello. Didn't know if you guys needed me today, but I thought, hey.
Oh,
You made it.
Here, since you're here, we can go over that complaint more. Huh? Oh, yeah.
See if I can find it. I actually forgot about it once we.
I can't answer that. I don't know. The VA would have any funds for that or not. Not that I'm aware of. I'll put it that way. But I can't say that for certain. I've never asked that question of a VA officer. Yeah.
Just came to my mind. I don't think.
So it looks like there is a one-time $500 burial allowance to either the veteran or the spouse, but not both. And then there's a one-time, this might be included, there's a one-time $100 headstone allowance, depending how that falls into it. But beyond that, that's about all I know.
I think we even upped that.
We used to only allow 100.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
and in January of '23,
Yeah.
it increased to 500.
It was a total of 6 then with the extra 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess at this point, is there any need to change anything or in your minds? I think it's a good policy that we contribute to that veteran service or burial, just as a goodwill gesture, if nothing else. You know, we appreciate them, we're willing to contribute to that as a county. Okay. That's all I had on my list. Anything else, anybody?
I talked to Andrew, when did I talk to you? Like 2 days ago? Over the
It
weekend?
could have been like Thursday.
Thursday, wasn't that long ago?
Well, because I think I gave the note to Rachel to prepare something Friday, and I reviewed it over the.
Okay, so I had a couple of calls over the weekend, or last week and over the weekend, of where people would like to submit complaints or concerns. Some people work within some departments that don't want their names to be out there. There's also some citizens that want to complain about certain departments or situations within the county, not necessarily against the county government, but just a heads up on it too. And I don't think we have a avenue really to do that besides call us and then us try to relay it onto each other. So I talked to Andrew about setting up some kind of form, and then maybe see if we can put that form on the website with Beja and see if someone has a concern, that way we can track it and keep track of what's being discussed and talked about. I know the one of the bigger ones right now is the EMS. With me being my background in first responding, I get a lot of calls about the EMS and wait times and issues with it and stuff. And I'd like to, instead of me trying to remember all of it, have a way of it being tracked through an avenue. Especially as we going forward with it, if there's any more issues with the EMS. So then Andrew created a form. I don't know if he sent that to just me or everybody.
I think I sent it to you, but said that it would need approval, or that I recommended getting approval of everybody.
So I thought maybe we could look over the form and then talk about it next Monday and do approval on it after we've kind of looked at the form. I'll have them send it to you guys too.
Okay.
Okay? See if I can even
And then I'll talk to
get that going now.
Deja and see if there's an easy way to put it on the website so that way it's easily can be found. So if anybody does have concern, it's easily trackable at that point then.
Sure.
You probably can talk to Olivia. She's good at doing that.
Who?
Olivia.
Okay.
In IT.
Yeah. But I want to get the form first, and then we'll talk to IT to see how they want to go about that. So that way we can keep track of it. I know EMS has been one of the big ones I get a lot of talks about, wait times, stuff like that, so we can keep track of it. So when we negotiate the contract or have issues later on, we have dates and times of when things were happening. I said, well, my grandma 2 months ago had to wait 20 minutes for an ambulance. It doesn't necessarily help so much when it comes to negotiating or holding Parkview accountable. I can't get data and actual dates and times. That's really all I had.
All you had? Andrew, you have anything?
Not necessarily, no. Did you guys have a discussion on health insurance stuff? Or,
No.
No.
because they're not able to be here, right?
Yeah,
So-
they're sick. No, the only thing that they did was approve the replacement for Cheryl Lynch's
Okay.
position.
I had a hearing down in Fort Wayne, but I came back and I thought if there was anything going on. So at least I got here to discuss the complaint form, so. I mean, I think the complaint form, it's entirely up to you guys. I don't think there's any statutory issue having one or not having one. It's just as to whether or not it would help you guys. But I think to have an official form on the website, all three need to vote on it.
Anything else? I got one other thing. Wednesday morning, 9 o'clock, I got a meeting here with Leatherman Construction on this building project for developmental services. They're going to come in and give us some design and some elevations and some cost. And I was going to ask Andrew, I know when I did some jail planning, there was times we had all three commissioners in on those. Can we have three commissioners in on this meeting Wednesday.
Well,
Exploratory scenario,
so where's the meeting going to take place?
right here.
Right here? If you have all three commissioners discussing something, I would think it would need to be a public meeting, publicly noticed.
Yeah, and I think maybe
That's
that's
the
what we
problem
did.
with the commissioner setup is that you all three
That's
need to know
what we
these things,
did
but
do.
even
Yeah.
if two of you are here, it can become a public meeting thing is the concern.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll do it. Chris Gomer's going to come in. Dave Holt's going to come in. He's got some construction experience. And they will be included, and myself and other ones, and then we'll get to it on Monday, the next meeting, and see how we want to move forward with that, or whether we do or we don't, or whatever. So that's all I had. I do have a drawing here, my drawing of what that would look like, and what they're going to quote to this drawing. So we can look at that after we close. So having said that, if there's nothing else, I will close this